us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Afternoon again. And we're sharing. There we go. All right. Alrighty then. And I've been getting a lot of friend requests lately. Not all of them legitimate. Not all of them legitimate, man. The ones I don't like, it's like, okay, you go through it, you kind of have a bad feeling, right? Like it ain't legit. But you accept the friend request, and then 2 seconds later, you get a messenger. Hi, how are you? Really? Seriously, you really, have you heard the good news? Have you heard the good news? So, today we're going to be talking about language of the heart. I'll be reading out of As Bill Sees It on page 195. Say it isn't so. Welcome. Yeah, I keep forgetting to put Instagram on. Okay. Get a little bit of air in here. It's rainy outside. Colorado, you can actually see some of the rain coming in. Watch it. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi, Ingrid. Ingrid has Wi-Fi again. Awesome. It's good to see you. Oh, here come the kitties. They're like an open window. Yeah, go out that window. I dare you. Book right back in. It's raining out there, dude. There he goes. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. Oh, didn't like that, did you? Yeah, told you. If you're here, please say hello. That's enough cooling. Now it's too cold. Ugh. It's being unsatisfied. Unsatisfied, man. What a weird day. It's a weird day. I thought this was kind of cool. It's kind of neat looking. Yeah. So page 195. This will probably be, imagine it'll probably be 5-10 minutes. Because I went to Google and like, what is the language of the heart? And I got, they didn't give me any new information. So I was thinking like there was not an actual language or anything, but that there'd probably be more description to it or whatever. So language of the heart. Why at this particular point in history has God chosen to communicate his healing grace to so many of us? Okay. Now, some of us are going to read that and we're going to go, well, that was written back in blah, blah, blah. You know, we are not any smarter than the people from the 1920s. Okay. We do not evolve that fast. Humans don't evolve that fast. It took us hundreds of thousands of years to get where we're going to. 70 years is not very long in the scope of things. It isn't. Okay. That that powerful healing grace that God gave back in 1934 affects all of us today. Okay? And in the grand scheme of things, 70, 80 years is just a blip in time compared to how big, right? Okay. Well, that was in the 30s. No, it's exactly like it is now. Alcoholism is the same. Addiction is the same. It is not any different. Every aspect of this global unfolding can be related to a single crucial word. The word is communication. Communication. How do we communicate? It's this right here. This oblong hole in the front of your face. If it is moving, you are communicating. It's the only way to communicate. In my world, it is. Okay. Texting, everything else is a form of communication. Sure, it is. But it's more of a convenience than it is anything else. If I'm going to give a speech to 100,000, to 100 people, to 100 people, do you think I'm going to write it and let them read it? No, I'm going to be using my mouth. Okay? It is the most effective way to communicate how we feel and what it is that we are doing. And if we do that from the heart, okay, if we do that with love, with understanding that other people are going through things also, and we love them for who they are, where they're at this moment, that is the language of the heart. To me, I think that love is the language of the heart. There has been life-saving communication among ourselves, with the world around us, and with God, right? So what's another form of communication? Here it is. This is our biggest form of communication in Alcoholics Anonymous. Well, Dion, you just said the only time. Why do you think you need a sponsor? You don't read this book alone. When I get a new sponsee, I tell them you can read the big book or the 12 by 12. And in the big book, I want you to read the stories. I tell them to stay away from the first 164 pages. Okay. And then they're going to sit down with a sponsor, and I'm going to communicate with them what I have learned from this book, what was passed on to me. And what does that require? That requires us sitting down together and running our mouths. Another form of communication. Right? There are certain things that provide what you need in order to get to the communication. From the beginning, communication in AA has been no ordinary transmission of helpful ideas and attitudes. Because of our kinship and suffering, and because of our common perils and our common means of deliverance are effective for ourselves only when we constantly carry to others, our channels of contact have always been charged with the language of heart, of the heart. So every communication that is put out with a good perspective, an effective perspective. Okay. And what are we really doing for each other when we're out there helping each other? That's love. When you're a sponsor, it's love. We don't do it for money. So what are we getting out of it? Well, we're staying sober. We're living happy lives, happier lives, right? Today wasn't the happiest. That's okay. All right. Does not mean that I cannot still use the language of love. Absolutely. Or the language of the heart. So that really is all I had on it. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I said it was going to be kind of short. So, all right. I love you. I love you all, especially you, Ingrid. Peace out and have a day. Thank you.